Jaron, can you just talk about what the last couple of days have been like in the wake of Saturday night's game?
I mean, first and foremost, just always got to start off by thanking my Lord and Savior Jesus. Without him, I wouldn't be able to play this game, and I'm just so grateful for everything he's done for me and my family. But the past couple of days have been it's been a little hectic. A lot of social media presence, things. I just take it as a blessing. It's a great blessing to receive, such high praise. But it's one game, and there's so much I could have done better on that game. So much we got to fix, especially me. A lot of things I got to get better on. So yeah.
Specifically, what are a few of those?
Definitely my accuracy on some of the footballs. Underthrew them. Took some off their line. But I think we're working on it today. So I think once we get it down, I think we'll be more efficient, more fluent.
When you talk to your coaches, what other things do they point out that you want to kind of, smooth over a little bit or tweak a little bit?
It was pretty much really just that, just the accuracy and keeping them on their line. Receivers they're doing their job. Making the great catches for me. Everything, the O-line was blocking their butt off. It's without them I wouldn't even have the time. And running backs were just getting those easy yards for us that we needed. And they just made my job easier.
What did you think about your decision making?
I think it was not too bad. There's some things I missed in there that I definitely could have hit, but we had everything. We had game plan going in. The things that we were hitting were there.
Is this mostly just a matter of getting some experience and playing a few more games?
Yes, most definitely.
Could guys other folks with questions?
Coach mentioned earlier that even in a really good game, your drive to want to get better and your pursuit of getting better is something that really sticks out. Can you walk us through that process of a game where you played really well, but now you want to get even better? How does that process take shape heading into this week?
It's really in practice. Just emphasizing the things that we didn't do well, and just really making sure we hone on that on the field during practice, especially today. Just really focusing on like I said, those throws that I was missing, and just making sure I just keep giving my guys a chance, and I know they're gonna come down with it every time, and just continue to just be our best every day.
As quarterback, obviously, there's a lot of responsibility on you to run the offense, but what a lot of people don't think about is that you're really in charge of the huddle. You're in charge of guys that have been playing football for 5 or 6 years. Was that a comfortable transition for you, or are you growing into it?
I think once I knew I was getting the nod as a starter, I kind of took it upon myself I can't ease into it. It's full on go, and the coaches really trusted me, and I really just took it full on, and I've just been trying to be my best at it every single day.
Jaron, you mentioned a lot of social media presence, a lot of people saying a lot of nice things about you. Is there one of those things that was the coolest for you, that was the most fun?
Maybe probably Des Bryant's comment. That was pretty nice. That was pretty cool. That was pretty fun. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
You watch him?
What did he say?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm a Raiders fan, but
Yeah.
Go Raiders. But yeah, that was I grew up watching him as well.
Jaron, in front of a Cal home crowd for the first time, are you looking forward to that? How does that feel?
I'm excited to hopefully play my best for them, and just to just pack the stadium out how it used to be, and I'm just so excited to play in front of them, and just hopefully I can give them a good showing.
Guys, let's go to Matt here. Matt, you have a question for Jaron?
I do. Obviously the coaches have talked about this, and people who watch practice have been able to see it, but it seems like nationally a lot has been made of kind of your ability to throw off balance, and I know that's a big part of your game, but how much is that something that you've worked on, and how much of that is something that just comes natural to you?
Growing up, I kind of always threw like that. I wasn't the most orthodox thrower, and I kind of relied on it too much. But just coming in when I came into spring, Coach Harsin, he really helped me out with my mechanics, my drops, timing, and just really big props to him for just also being able for me to use it as well. So just being able to use that with the right mechanics, it's been really helpful for me.
Jaron, you said after the game that you did have a lot of nerves coming in. Everybody would. But once the game got going, the nerves kind of subsided. When you come out of the North Tunnel on Saturday, will you still have the same amount of nerves, or you think maybe it won't be quite as nervous because it'll be the second game and not the first?
Going into the game, I wasn't too nervous. I was just anxious to just play. But you know, you're always gonna have those nerves of the first game, first everything you do. So once I got that first throw out of the way, you know, Tron got me in my rhythm with making that big catch. And you know, going into the north tunnel, I'm taking it how I take every game. You know, just full on. You know, just being spiritually, mentally, and physically right, and you know, just going full go with my guys.
Now that you have a game under your belt, how did Coach Harsin and Coach Rolovich set you up for success, not only during the week but also within the game as you were adjusting?
You know, calling plays that were going to be there for me, and you know, they just we just had a great game plan going in, and everything that we thought we watched on film, we seen, you know, he schemed up perfectly. So it really just made my job easier.
You mentioned growing up a Raiders fan. Do you have like a favorite player?
Marshawn Lynch. I mean,
Good answer.
So I was originally a Seahawks fan,
Okay.
but then we didn't hand it off to him on the 1 yard line. And then once he got traded to the Raiders, I just followed him there.
Any advice for Pete?
Hey, thank you for coming back. I mean, that was my old favorite head coach, but he's back at the Raiders.
Did
you have to play
you
for
talk with Marshawn over the last year or so?
I have at the Stanford game. He's such a cool guy, and I just love how he's always himself. So that's pretty cool.
Did you ever want to play for the Raiders one day, or the Silver and Black?
For sure. I mean, I want to play for any NFL team, but the Raiders is definitely on my list.
Okay, we'll ask Matt. Matt, do you have a final question?
Yeah, I just want to ask about the tight ends. You know, they got used quite a bit, had a lot of success. You know, how important was that group to your success on that Saturday?
They were a big success. I mean, blocking, catching, they were doing everything for us. You know, they're helping out that O-line with protection, you know. They were just making the great catches. You know, Landon, you know, even Jeff, Mason, all of our tight ends were just balling, and those guys are ballers. They work hard every single day, and as you can see, it showed off on the field. And you know, they're just going to continue to get better every game, every week, every day.
Anybody here with the last question? Okay, great. Thanks, Jaron.
Hey, Jaron.
Thank you guys.
Jaron.